eating dinner as well?
Mm-hmm. It was a long flight.
Fair. Are you staying at her mom's place?
Hello!
No, we're staying in an Airbnb.
Hi guys!
Her mom's place.
And we're live! I don't know if...
Beautiful city though it looked like, or countryside anyways.
Oh, it's a gorgeous place.
Not a Tim game if Tim's not muted himself. He's
And
super
go
pretty.
forward.
The prettiest of
You are
everyone.
super pretty.
I am. I am the prettiest of everybody.
I give you a run for your money sometimes.
So was
I
that
do
the most
myself up.
interesting intro to the Twitch stream for a while?
Yeah, it was pretty, no, I botched it last week too when you guys weren't here. Seriously, it's so difficult for me apparently to start a stream. Whatever. I'm the prettiest now.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, missed that one.
Yeah. Me
Yeah,
and
just
Zach were
because he
talking
was
about
waiting.
yellow.
Hi everyone. Welcome to
to
Star
stand
Trek
and
Lost
keep you know
Voyages.
We're professionals, just not on this channel.
Oh man.
Says you, I'm not professional off the channel.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
that's what's retired.
I am the GM
Yeah,
Tim.
we'll
Welcome
go
to Star
back
Trek
first.
Lost Voyages. With me is our illustrious crew. We've got Captain Xani, Commander Yazikov, Lieutenant Sofek, Lieutenant Commander Ross, Dr. Ross, Dr. Doug, sorry, and Lieutenant Commander Gurkhan. Hello, everybody. It's been a while. It feels like it's been a long, long time. It has been, but...
Yeah, I mean, only like, what, 6 weeks?
yeah, it's weird, hey? Penultimate episode of the season. Let's get right into it. So the scene opens with the Haida orbiting Vulcan. You've received communique that Yazikov is on the planet. You're not sure how she got here. When you last saw Yazikov or heard from her, she was on the planet Chitopra, which is the planet that started all of this way back many weeks ago. You're in orbit right now. You've got to figure out a way to get Yazikov up. But currently, there is a couple things that should be questioned. One, how is Yazikov off the planet that was plagued? Two, does this mean she just infected all of Vulcan? And three, who is this Captain Matrell that will just refuse to let you dock with any of your dock in orbit around Vulcan? There are a couple other Starfleet vessels in the area. Admiral Daniels is the admiral that's meant to be in the area. He is not. You're not sure where he is. But on your way here, you've learned that there is the kind of breakdown that's happening because of the virogen that's hitting different planets. The breakdown in communication is getting pretty severe. In fact, it's gotten to the point where messages that should take... you beat your message that you're coming here, which shouldn't have happened. So the breakdown in communication is getting pretty rough. There's reports that one of the star bases has had a proper full revolt and is no longer under Starfleet control. But who knows how old or how accurate that is at this point. So that's where you are right now. Xani, you and Dr. Doug are stuck in in the shuttle bay
With Luther?
with Luther, right? Is it the three of you that are in there, or just Luther and the captain? And Doug is okay.
Doug's got the suit on.
Doug's got the suit on. Okay, yeah. Xani, you suffered a pretty bad concussion, and they'd kept you sedated until very recently, and you're only kind of coming to and realizing that the station that you guys were orbiting and were blockading is no longer. Your lead is Lieutenant Stron. And a Vulcan. So you decided Gurkhan and the crew decided to head to Vulcan because that's the only place the leads led. They like literally the only clue they had left to investigate. And I'll let you guys actually fill them in on the other things you kind of remember about the last sort of little bit, because he wouldn't really be up to speed.
You say, whose grandfather got what now?
Jesus.
Vulcans just nuked the whole planet just to be sure. I mean, Dr. Doug, take me off whatever that is. That was a dumb. Anyways, what's going on?
Wow. That was a lot.
Captain, so while you were unconscious, we did discover that asteroid where we had that tractor beam incident happened to be hollow and was holding the gas / algae / diseased atmosphere of the planet that we were at previously for other ships to take. Also, the commander of the station that was on the planet was insane and blew everybody up. So we decided there was no need for a quarantine. So we came to find our... Oh, and also you were being interrogated by the people we thought were dead, Captain.
I think I remember a bit of that.
Yeah, that was weird. They
They
transported
were, like,
out...
floating over me. It was odd.
They transported out onto some Starfleet vessel, which may have cloaking.
That's not right.
Yeah, we're hoping for your level of
Thanks,
authorization
Tips.
to figure that out.
We're not in the 29th century, are we? I mean, I don't know that.
So,
Right.
and now we can't get back on Vulcan, and we can't get our XO back. I don't know what to do. but I
Also,
don't
how
want
the
to
hell
be
did your
chair
XO
anymore.
get here in the first place?
Yeah,
That's another good question. But as I remember, she was on a whole other ship in a whole other quadrant.
In a quadrant that was actually infected.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Now she's on Vulcan. Did she infect Vulcan?
How interesting. Has anybody been able to contact her?
Not directly, because she sent a message up as kind of like, it was one of those ones, I'm going to say it's a way that Yazikov and Xani had decided they would do should something go wrong with one of them. So it was like kind of like them to them message, and wouldn't be found anywhere else. So that Yazikov wouldn't be like, it's not like a general broadcast, I'm here, nothing like
Right.
that.
More like a one-to-one.
Yeah. And while you could have gotten it at any time, you happen to pick it up while you're here.
Okay. Do I know what the message says? Can I decipher it? I have now received it.
Yeah, it's on Vulcan. On Vulcan, not a spreader. Need you to come get me. Have news.
Over. Roger. Okay. I'm assuming that right now I'm speaking to Gurkhan, Sofek, and Dr. Doug's with me. So
Yeah, I mean,
so we're on private comms type thing, so I don't tell the ship.
we're in the ready room, I guess, and you'd be on the screen of the ready room.
That works. Cool. So I don't know which one of you have been in charge of my ship, but firstly, I saw the scratches on the side from when the thing blew up. Painted. Okay? Because that's not cool. But, two,
Red's a good color.
I need one of you to figure out how you can get down to the planet, assuming nobody's infected on our ship other than me and Luther, and pick up Yazikov. She says she's not a spreader, but she has important news, so we need to go get her.
Could we not just ask Vulcan, Commander, Captain?
Well, I don't know. What have you been? I just woke up.
We just got here.
Have you talked to
cut scene to the bridge where Beagle is standing there with an annoyed Vulcan on the screen. I'm sure the commander is coming soon, sir. I'm sure of it. Hold please, and then just keeps muting it. Every few minutes he just pops up and just hold please.
Oh, hold. Just starts humming elevator music.
The girl from Ipanema. But what would it be? It would be the girl from Rigel 4. That's what it is. And yeah.
So has anybody talked to Vulcan High Command yet? How long have you been in orbit?
Well, they're refusing us docking, Captain.
It's
Forget
like 6
talking.
weeks.
Somebody put me through.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks, Captain.
No. You've been in
We
orbit.
left 6 weeks ago.
Yes.
We came back now.
You left 6 weeks ago. Yeah.
He just arrived. Somebody patched me through.
Okay,
thank
so
God.
so a
Captain.
really annoyed. I mean, you know that Vulcans aren't like outwardly emotional, but you've known Sofek long enough to know when a Vulcan eyebrow quirk is an annoyed Vulcan, finally, Captain Xani.
That is I.
Are you in a shuttlecraft? Are you on your ship?
I am on my ship, and yes, I am in a shuttlecraft.
This is highly irregular. Including
That it
your
is.
arrival at this planet. What is it you need?
One of our crew members has arrived on your planet. We need to make contact with her immediately. She says she's not a spreader of the contagion, but I need.
She has
is
the
my-
contagion?
No, that she is not a spreader of the contagion.
You have a
She's
cure?
clear. No, did not say that neither. I just need to make contact with my XO. She's on the planet, humanoid, about 6'9". Like coming in at a solid,
Always
blonde
ducking
hair.
at doorways.
you know, can throw a Klingon across the room. Not any. Can you find her? Name's Yazikov.
Hold, please.
I don't know if I got your height right.
I'd like it.
I mean, the question is, would Xani get her height right?
Yeah.
No, it's
She's
tall,
real big.
Very tall.
Like, he can remember
Just-
her name or her height. Well, not both.
Yeah, both.
Okay. She comes back a moment later. I'll see what I can do. I'll make sure we send full quarantine. According to the last manifest I have, Yazikov was assigned to the USS Reneganthan, and it was meant to be at the planet Chitopra, which is an infected planet. So if she's here now, that means that Vulcan is likely infected. Judging from your location, I would argue that you are as well, sir. Permission to dock denied. Please
yeah,
leave
not
Vulcan space.
Not asking to dock, but I do need a communication with my XO before we leave space.
We have no record of your XO being on planet Vulcan. There is no manifest, there is no transfer. According to our records, the USS Reneganthan is still in the Chitopra system.
Thank you for your time. Goodbye. I'm gonna do the swipe to the screen, like get off there.
It flicks, she's still there. I'm still here, sir.
You're still in the corner. How do you, where's the X?
Sorry.
There.
A little too much comedy. Whatever. All right. So you're going back to these gang?
Yep, going back to those fools.
Yes.
All right. So, a couple things. Our permission to dock has been denied. They believe that we're infected because I'm in a shuttle. And apparently didn't have a screen background. I don't know. That's a thing that they don't do in the future to hide where they're sitting. Also, they have no record of Yazikov going on the planet, but my communication says he's there. Sofek, is there any way that we can send out a secret communication to Yazikov using, and I say a bunch of digits that I think Yazikov and I would know. I'm gonna just say that it was 8675309. The code.
We could reroute a tight band modulated pulse from the deflector on that frequency, Captain.
Wonderful. I need to say something simple. Just in orbit, ordered to leave. Contact ship.
Okay. As you send that, Beagle comes on the channel. Sirs, there's a priority 1 message to all fleet ships in the sector. Commander Yazikov has just been named as a #1 target for Starfleet.
And the cause of this?
She's flagged as a spreader of the Viragen, and is meant to be held in extreme quarantine.
Sometimes I hate the Vulcan High Command. I mean, their logic was flawless, but man, they don't listen. Thanks, Beagle.
So what was the message you sent, Xani?
In orbit, ship in orbit, ordered to leave, make contact ASAP.
Yazikov, and you're getting Sofek to do that, right? Sofek, I'm going to need a security and... Sorry, not a security and. I'm going to need a... daring and security or reason and security. And if it's going to be because you're kind of like reconfiguring stuff, right? To be more subtle. So that's why I'm suggesting that. If you're going to do a reason, then I want you to really kind of sell me on the why between a reason from a daring.
Well, reason over daring, using 2 systems that I'm well familiar with. Well, communication not so much, but I have routed so many things through the deflector that I am not supposed to route through the deflector.
You know what? Yeah, I will.
Compared to some of the other things I've done to this ship's deflector, including burn it out multiple times.
This
Should
is
probably
true.
be one of your values now.
I was going to say that. Yeah, that we should renegotiate one of your values. Yeah.
I mean, like, sending out, 6 words through tight beam pulses through the deflector?
It doesn't just deflect. That's the value. Yeah, let's go for it then.
New value, deflector multi-tool.
Deflect.
Intimate knowledge of the deflector.
Unfortunately, my security is horrible.
It doesn't support on that, I'm assuming, right?
Ship can support, yes.
Sensors and security?
Yes.
Or communication and security?
Oh, you know what? Communication and security. That's much more better. Thank you. Much more better. Wow, good language, Tim.
It is, yes. Blah. 0.
Okay. So I am going to... excuse me. I am going to give myself a threat so that you can succeed nonetheless. Yazikov, that line that Xani sent comes through, and you are able to respond, although you're able to connect in a kind of like that really kind of, the Star Trek garbled heavy static, but you're able to have brief conversation before you'll have to cycle through another channel from 837-65319. I don't remember what he said. I know it's the song.
8675309.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you're gonna have to go to 310 soon. So
It's the only number I could remember off the top of my head. Give me that.
It was good.
Thanks.
Okay, so I can just respond to that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it text or speech?
It'd be speech.
Okay. And Devin, I'm in hiding right now. Not sure who to trust, but I cannot spread the virus.
You're immune?
Kind of, in source. The information is sensitive, and the last time we spoke about this, the planet was attacked.
We need to set up a rendezvous with you. By the way, you're also now a priority target because they believe that you are a spreader.
Please.
Yeah, essentially, I'm gonna cut this short. The channel ends with Yazikov and Xani agreeing immediate extraction is needed. Xani or Yazikov, you send Xani a location that is not far from here, and in one of those kind of like what never made any sense but old school markets that were always in that's always in a Star Trek. There's always an old school market. Yeah.
It's like a bazaar.
Yeah.
Farmers market.
Space farmers market. Yeah. And so it's busy enough. It's one of the ones that has like it's a multiracial market. So less Vulcans, more everyone else. And you'll be able to blend in better and just kind of like be unseen. No uniforms is kind of like the recommendation from you. And with that, we're going to go to our intro. All right, so we're back, and so you've beamed down to planet Vulcan. You haven't been down. When was the last time any of you were? Sofek, when was the last time you were at Vulcan? You guys were in Vulcan 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Oh, good. That's back.
Can you take care of it now while we're here?
If I remember,
It's not like just going into the corner of an empty room.
Stop it right there, man.
So the ship is where? So tell me the cutscene. So the scene comes in after the commercial, after the introduction and the commercial, and
Vulcan has like 5 moons, right?
Something like that. Sure.
Yeah.
They got satellites around each one of them. But I have an idea, Captain. I will convince them that we are attempting to leave, but we're not, by having some emissions from our ship read as if it's having a fault with its warp core.
Okay.
Yeah. While you do that, we should guide our ship slowly behind one of those moons, anyways, just to make it look like we're trying to
leave.
Somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're doing like a tight beam in, so it's going to be like an in and out from the exact same spot kind of thing is what we're doing.
Yeah.
No pattern enhancers because you don't want to leave anything left behind. And what do you all look like as you beam down?
Sofek's just going to be wearing, the typical Vulcan robes that you always see them wear
Yeah.
even that I'm going to assume has some sort of heat reflecting material, since I don't know what species would want to wear that much fabric on
It's
desert
linen.
planet.
It's always breathing. Yeah.
Very breathable.
Very breathable. Yeah. Super airy.
Well, since I'm very recognizable as a Klingon,
Yes.
I'm going to be wearing a turban and a full face scarf, as if I'm like a Bedouin merchant almost,
Nice.
and
Okay.
loose flowing robes,
Cool.
which will hide the myriad of daggers.
Jesus.
Um,
Okay.
Lieutenant Junior Grade Larkin can go with them from the ship.
All right.
For me to come down, and he's wearing that weird, like the white half shirt. Like, you remember that thing with the big like flowy arms?
What episode are you?
It kind of looked like parachute pants on with the waistband. And then the
Oh
upper
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that. He's wearing that.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what about Dr. Doug?
He's probably in like yoga pants and like a members only jacket and a baseball cap backwards, and it probably says Chicago Cubs on it.
Oh, you and Larkin are not going to get along if you root for
fine.
the Cubs. No. That's just not acceptable.
He's getting into character.
All right. That's awesome.
Do you
Okay.
have headphones on, Dr. Doug?
So I need presence and security from the four of you, please, as you're in disguise. Actually, the five of you, because Yazikov, you're trying to hide at the moment.
What is our determination?
Yes. So determination tonight is get Yazikov home, or let's make it better. Let's do it. Get me out of here. That's a better one. Get me out of here, and that's it tonight. That's the only extra directive. But you all have 2 determination nonetheless.
Okay, I'm going to use one, and I'm going to use get me out of here, because presence and security are my 2 lowest things.
So before you stress this, before you use this, I mean, you're welcome to, but I'm giving you these at like 0 tasks to try and build your momentum pool.
Oh, 0 test. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Can I try to use a value on this?
That would use
But using a
determination.
value uses determination. That's why. So you end up using one of your determination to do the.
Wait, a value uses a determination?
That's what they're there for. Yeah.
Or are you thinking focus?
I think you're thinking focus.
Which we have none.
Which,
Momentum.
I was thinking value, but never mind.
Yeah. So the values are there. They activate your determination. Just like a directive does. So the get me out of here and your values do the same thing.
Oof.
Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your pool is maxed. Dr. Doug, your outfit is not going to last long. So you've got the Team America World Police disguise at the moment. It's starting to peel off a little bit.
From cellular peptides.
Also, he's wearing a Cubs cap. Like, the thing's made of wool on a desert planet. What's wrong with you?
Fine.
I mean that too. Yeah.
Dude, the outfit just makes him stick out more.
Yeah, exactly. He's
He's
like,
shit.
why are humans here?
I just look like a tourist. I don't look like I'm in Starfleet.
He's got like
Very
a
true,
big
very true.
camera around his neck too, and a fanny pack.
Let's say it this way then. Instead of looking like just somebody who's at the bazaar, you do look like a tourist, and they're actually like more people are starting to pay more attention to you because hey, possible credits. He's totally going to spend it on something. So they're starting to pay a little more attention to you.
We can use him as a distraction.
Sure. So what would you like to do? Yazikov is over there, or meant to be at least. That's what the communique said.
As we come out of the alley we beamed into, that always exists where there's no one in the alley.
Why is it always alleys?
The alleys,
people who are in the
because
alleys
it's
get beamed
just
out
there
first.
for you to beam down.
And apparently they don't have video cameras there either.
No,
For some
no one
reason.
ever wonders why 4 people just came out of
We
the
don't-
side, the side street.
Nowhere.
A dead end. Yeah.
Yep.
Except for the one.
I mean,
FBI
keep talking. I
agent
can make it
spoiler.
difficult for you. I don't mind.
Anywho, I'm gonna look at my commanding officer. There's the Klingon.
Yeah.
So what do we do, boss?
All right. Well, do not look conspicuous.
Don't be suspicious.
And
Don't
then,
be
and
suspicious.
then I go, Sofak, how far are we from the rendezvous location?
Do I see these idiots?
Give me a presence. What would it be? Yeah, give me a presence and security there, Yazikov.
When he says don't.
So I
look
rolled a
suspicious.
2 earlier. I don't know if you want me to re-roll that.
Well, that was for the disguise you were in, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What Jessica be like
There's
right by
another
the
2.
entrance we just strolled out of?
Yeah.
you,
Just
you,
like,
you
don't look
totally
at-
see them. Yeah.
When he says don't look
Absolute
conspicuous, I put the
Lawrence.
Klingon knife back into my. Oh,
Amateurs. How did they survive without you, Yazikov?
we shouldn't have. We really shouldn't have.
Although I suspect that there's an element of like, God, I miss those guys.
Larkin is sus.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can see them.
Okay. So I'm gonna like move through the crowd. I'm in like a cloak with the hood up and like kind of like classic leather like bandages and
Yeah.
like keeping, you know, brown nondescript. I catch some guy trying to pickpocket Doug. I just
Good
go
luck finding anything
sure,
Lollipops.
get
like that.
really not very
I had this vision of Larkin screaming like Jonah Hill from that movie because he didn't know she was there.
Commander, you have been with this vessel long enough. You should know we do not do subtle.
Yeah.
Quickly, we need to get out of the streets.
Can we not beam right back up?
Just got into the streets.
Are we from the streets?
There are currently people
Very
walking
clearly,
into
you
the
are not
alley.
from the street.
Okay, so we gotta get somewhere quiet. You know this area better than us, Commander. Show us the way.
Duh, yes, follow me. And I'll take them into, I don't know, an empty room that always seems to be around.
Yeah.
You need to be sneaky.
We are hitting
With an
all the
unlocked door.
tropes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warehouse with
That's-
boxes. in it.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, it's absolutely a warehouse with boxes and stuff
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, it's filled to the brim. It is literally the perfect space to hide. I mean, really, Yazikov, let's be honest, nobody could have done that better than you. So,
All right, now I'm
He's-
suspicious. We should leave.
Yeah. These crates don't seem empty at all.
They're filled with
no
security
reason.
drones.
Yeah.
Take down my hood and be like, you know, they have to like sell things at this market, right?
yeah,
They should
exactly.
keep these-
Thank you.
Keep the things that they sell at the market somewhere.
Why don't they just replicate them?
It's a very first world approach to this. Not everyone has access to replicators.
And
We're on
also,
Vulcan.
sometimes replicated stuff just does not taste as good as cucumber.
Get your hand up.
Wow. Yeah,
We didn't come
Jesus.
down here to steal from some merchants.
I wasn't
Also,
stealing, I
Commander
was
Gurkhan,
inspecting.
not everything is made by replicators on the Klingon world either. I doubt you manufacture batleths in that way.
Consumer goods. We don't have consumer goods.
It's great that you have
Huh?
come down here to get me and that we are instantly bickering. But can I bring our attention back to...
Gach is not replicated.
You're
Oh my
correct.
God, you guys!
And I just start swearing in Russian.
let her, let
I'm
her
on
get
my
the
last
plot out.
fucking thread with you people.
Let her get the plot.
I'm listening, Commander.
I've been sleeping in alleyways.
Oh my
Do you
God.
need a hug?
I bet you
Like-
do replicate Gach when they're out on long voyages
Hey.
in space.
Mile.
I would like to know what you know about the thing killing the universe,
wow.
please.
It has been a while since we
Yeah.
played together.
This is what happens.
The other crew is much more like on task, aren't they? Just
We're
I'm
not-
just gonna say that.
They're really focused.
They're really.
USS Haida, when you need something pulled out of an ass.
So I
Last
do
15
feel
minutes, everybody.
Okay.
Stick to the
Yeah.
last 15
Okay,
I
minutes.
don't
Anyway.
feel
Focus in.
quite as useful on that ship. What brought you here is that they found a nitrogen blocker, which is how I am no longer infectious.
Did you say a nitrogen blocker?
A what? A nitrogen. A nitrogen blocker.
Hey, Dr. Doug.
A
Dr.
I
Doug,
don't-
why don't you give me
Why
a
don't communicators correct horrible accents?
Accents?
because it's awesome this way.
Gurkhan
And
is
computer
made
can only
mine
do so
to
much.
sound like this.
Yeah.
This is a deep cut.
She actually fixes it like every day, but we just reset it.
Guys, this is way too
Nitrogen.
funny.
Nitrogen.
You just keep
V.
resetting it. That's
VI.
horrible. Oh my god, that's evil.
Nitrogen?
Yes.
Dr. Doug,
That's
give me
Yeah,
a.
Mile.
Nitrogen?
I don't know what that
Okay,
is.
okay. I'll rein it in, people. Dr. Doug, give me a reason and medicine check, please. As you're checking her out with your tricorder.
Tricorder?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Dr. Doug, you're able to tell that indeed she is no longer. So she is still a carrier. She is not cured. However, you can tell that something has changed, and she is no longer.
Infectious?
Yes.
Russian?
So
Ages.
it can no longer spread. Yeah.
I'm gonna need most of your blood. Please come with me.
I don't know how you don't have most of it already. But fine.
Dr.
I just
Doug?
replicate the blood. Come on. That's what we got replicators for.
Yeah, quick question. Shouldn't the scan, do you actually do a blood sample? Shouldn't the scan just do the thing?
It's better
Need some
with
more
real
power?
blood, though.
That's creepy. I'm gonna sit over here.
That is kind of creepy, but yeah. All right.
She's not a vampire.
No, you're not. Why do I do that to myself?
Commander, I can help with some transporters if we need. If we located a transporter pad, I could probably ferry ring it to get us back to the ship. Help you out. Pretty good with those things.
I mean, I'm also not gonna lie. You are on the planet, and the most kind of like direct hint you've had so far has been somebody on this planet. Like that sounded silly, but basically you've got a name as Lieutenant Stron. Remember, you figured out last time that he was kind of like your connection point. He's the one that was flying the ship, and then he was on the planet and tortured Xani. And
Although we also know that's a fake name, though, right?
true.
And now you know he's on Vulcan.
Well, they came here because that was the only clue they had. That was kind of like the last. It was like a last straw clue. It was their Hail Mary.
Okay. We can go back to the ship. However, my name is still out on
All over
all
the
of
place.
Starfleet's records, and I would only be putting the ship in danger, and you, and the crew.
All of those are accurate.
I'm not sure
Wouldn't-
how to proceed, sir.
Wouldn't the captain kind of defend you? I heard he's a big fan.
We could attempt to access a terminal down here and access Vulcan central computer systems and see if we can pull any sort of facial recognition off of what we remember of this Lieutenant Stron.
Mm-hmm.
We could also figure out who sent the order so quickly to make Yazikov a pariah.
That is also another fact, as they determined that quite quickly after the captain's conversation, even though they were adamant that she is not here and still on the other vessel.
Dr. Doug, any way you could, I don't know, not hide her height, maybe change, give her a bit of a makeover for a while?
If you were on the
I just,
ship,
like,
you could.
Raise
on the
my,
ship. I mean,
I just
I could
raise my
just
hood up.
roll my medical tricorder and give her a shiner, I guess.
That would not be a good idea.
It's different. I don't know. If when I'm looking at that blood sample that I took, is the virus in there as well as well as the, what was it, Vitrogen?
The Virogen. So the Virogen is the virus. That's the proper. It's a proper term for it. It is a Virogen.
Great, but she had something that was blocking it.
There's something there blocking it. Yeah. So it is. Let's say it's dormant is a good way to put it. So it's no longer transmissible by her. Whereas up until this point, that wasn't possible. Would you like to spend a momentum and figure out why?
Yes.
All right. What's the question you want to ask? Gather some information, friends. Let's do it.
Well, my big thing is, since she still has it, it means that we possibly might have it, unless it's dormant for some reason. So I want to figure out if we have it, and if we don't have it, then why is it just in her now instead of spreading like it has before?
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Ooh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a one-on-one, Ross.
Oh, no.
If this works properly.
1v1, bro.
It should work properly. Okay. So Dr. Doug. So what is it we're going to look for? You want to try, because this'll like on a tricorder, the difficulty is higher.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but you've got lots of momentum you can
check
pull
myself from. If I have the virus.
Okay, so that's a standard task. So let's do a reason and medicine.
Okay. Can I use a focus on this? Medical imaging systems?
Yeah.
Yes. Great.
Whew. Okay. I mean, so the good news is you don't detect any. You don't detect anything in your system, but you're not sure that your medical tricorder is that fine-tuned at the moment. I mean, when it comes right down to it, the biofilters can't even get rid of this thing, right? So this is a pretty intense pathogen. It's a pretty intense virus.
Right.
From the ship, you might be able to do more, or from a computer console down here. You could hit up like the infirmary in the area.
Yeah, that might be a little weird, just running in there with blood, being like, scan it quick.
Why don't we sneak it? Or we can make up some excuse.
Are we
Back
waiting
with
for something for the ship to come around again to beam back up? Okay, so we can't just beam back up now.
No, but we do want to find a computer console. So maybe...
Yeah, we could go do that.
Okay, give me 1 sec. So
this is just me and Lark can make a distraction, but that's okay.
Okay, so the plan is what then?
The rap battle.
You've got a bit of time. So you've got about another 15, 20 minutes before the ship hits back in orbit.
Yeah, I'm wondering, would we be able to wirelessly link in one of our tricorders into the planetary internet?
Yeah, you could try.
Okay.
Yeah, set up kind of like a back door, because I'm guessing if we get back to the ship and try and link into Vulcan database, we'll probably get flagged.
Mm-hmm. But if I engineer this, modify it a little bit so it's a tricorder that doesn't have a signal or doesn't leave a trace of where it's from, so I can change its transponder from being USS Haida to USS Enterprise.
Maybe not the Enterprise. Maybe a different one. Just pick another name.
USS Yamato.
Wait, you're trying to say that the tricorder belongs to something else?
Yeah, so if it doesn't get traced back to us, it doesn't get traced back to our ship.
I see. I mean, you could pick a ship in orbit.
Yeah, the USS Toledo.
Toledo. Okay. All right.
Why don't you try and link it to a Vulcan instead?
Because this is Federation tech. Plain and simple. It's a Federation scanner. That they'll be able to be like, oh, it's got that much RAM. Nobody in Vulcan needs that much RAM. Must be a human thing.
Only they open 100 tabs on Chrome.
And leave them open and forget which one's playing the music.
Okay. So this is going to be it's going to be difficult. This is not an easy task. So you might want to use some of your momentum.
Yep. Well, I'm going to start off by using a determination. I'm going to use my value. A crazy plan is better than no plan.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's two successes.
I'm going to see if I hold on to that determination. I do.
Nice.
And then I'm going to use one momentum to give me 2 successes plus 3 dice on this.
Sofek's going to support, since he has an idea of how Vulcan systems work, so he can help Gurkhan where to plug in the wires.
Okay.
5 successes total.
Yep. And Sofek?
One success.
Nice. Okay, so Gurkhan, you have 2 momentum.
Mm-hmm. I want to use it so that
you were able to reconfigure your tricorder so that it is attached to the USS Toledo.
Perfect.
USS Toledo is a garbage scow in orbit.
Happy with that. And then I want to bank that momentum for the party, the second one. Oh wait, I didn't use any of them. I want to use one to give Stefan an idea if he's getting traced. So a little alert built into it. Yeah, sorry, Sofek.
Okay.
And then I'll bank the second one for the party.
Okay. All right. So what is the information you're looking for, though?
I would ask Stefan to look for whoever ordered the specific lockdown on Varia. And then I think, Stefan knows what he was looking for.
Okay, so you basically did this with the tricorder and handed it back to Sofek?
Oh yeah, because my idea was just to have like the tricorder set it up and then just like do the typical open a panel on the computer platform, stick it under there, hook it in, and then we can go back to the Haida, and we have this point of contact to the computer central knowledge bank, so we don't have to be hunched over a console down here. We can be back up in the Haida searching for who sent the order, and also running kind of like facial recognition to find out who this mysterious Vulcan is.
Okay. So why don't you give me a... You know what? This is going to be a daring and security for you for this one. Because you're kind of like, you guys have kind of hacked some systems at the moment, and it's not something that Sofek normally does, especially on a tricorder. So it is going to be daring and security for you, Sofek. Yazikov and Lieutenant... I can't remember your name. I'm sorry, Sam. Larkin, thank you. Can the two of you make perception checks, please? So presence... insight and security, or insight and command.
I'm going to do insight and command. That's slightly better.
I'm going to use a momentum.
1.
I'm
We're
very
going for one.
distracted. Yeah.
You're
Can I-
thinking
can
I
I-
haven't been with these people for weeks. I can't believe how. See,
Is it
come
possible
on.
to
Like
use this
this.
connection with my medical tricorder to try to get a better scan? Or hooked into like the Vulcan database if it has like a medical section?
Oh yeah, like you want to do another dive into this other computer now that you've got a better connection. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Try to get a better scan on
Yazikov. Yeah. Okay. Sure. And how
And
does
for me,
this-
I'm also going to use a determination. I'm going to use my value morals can bend, since I am hacking into a Federation member's core computer system. Not totally legally.
True. Okay.
Ballsy.
So that's 2 successes for you, and then 3.
Another one.
All right. Okay. So you have successfully tapped in. What is the question you want to ask? What is the information you want? What is the answer?
Oh, I mean, I wasn't doing this to get information. I was basically just giving us a backdoor access point
Right. Okay.
to then use from
Thank you.
the hideout.
You have it. You are in.
Because if we hunker around this station for too long, you're gonna send security at us.
Speaking of Larkin,
shit.
that one that you got was enough. You see some Vulcan security guards doing a scan, kind of like this, and kind of pointing out, and they walk up and kind of like give a shoulder grab and turn to a human person that's on the.
So I'm like seeing this like through the door.
Yeah.
Well, I closed the door. And I turn to the crew and go, whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police.
What?
Good God, Larkin.
The Vulcan security's here.
Yeah,
Oh, the guy in the Cubs hat, really? You gonna shake your head at that?
No good.
You're so on this. Oh my God.
Yazikov takes one of the crates and props up against the door.
Okay.
Commander, I believe we have set up a backdoor access to the Vulcan computer system. Once we return to the hideout, we can access their systems.
Good. I also have contact on Vulcan as well. Tim, am I supposed to bring this person with us?
Nope.
Okay. When can we beam back to the ship?
Sofek, does that, or Gurkhan, does that back door include access to the Vulcan transportation system, transporter system?
As far as I'm aware, it gives us access to everything, Mr. Larkin.
All right.
I mean,
Larkin.
6 successes.
Larkin's time to shine.
So Larkin,
He
I'm going
has
to need a daring in engineering or a daring in security.
All right. He's okay with that. Let's do daring and engineering.
Okay.
I am going to use a determination
Yeah.
to get her out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would so I'm going to tell you right now, this is a very hard challenge rating. Not 5, but we're not, because I was very clear that you had to beam out from the same location that you beamed in, and you're changing the rules. So
Changing the rules. I'm going to use 2 momentum because we have 6 in the pool, so that should cost me 3 momentum. Sorry, I'm going to use
3 momentum.
3 momentum to
dice.
get 2 extra dice.
Okay.
Would you like some? Are you doing daring security or daring and engineering?
I'm doing daring and engineering.
Would you like support from the chief engineer?
Yes, that would be lovely.
Yes. Chief engineer was like, all right, I need everybody to stand in 3-foot increments exactly, because I'm trying to match the pattern on an actual transport pad.
Yes.
Because I think that might help
I'm
me be able
actually
to
gonna-
log in.
I'm actually going to arrange us in a way because I know about transporters. Like, it's in here, 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 and here. Okay.
The exits are here, everywhere.
Everywhere.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to roll 4 dice. I have a crit for my determination.
You have two
I do-
two automatic successes. Yes.
Yeah. And I do have a focus in transporters. So
Okay, turn your focus on, and let's make this roll.
All right, here we go.
Here we
Big
go.
money. Oh,
And then
5.
a support. Ooh.
So, you will get 1 momentum. But you beam up, and the end of that energy kind of like fizzle. I don't know what else to call it. It dissipates just as the door opens and the security guards kind of take a peek in and then close it again. And you beam back in on the pad of the Haida. And Beagle is the captain back yet? Oh no, wait, sorry, you weren't gone. Is Yazikov back yet?
I just do. Turn around. Did it work?
Yeah.
I just got my like hands on my knees. I'm like, oh, every time.
That was a rough one, everybody.
Oh, that's
I'll
what we
clean it
want to
up.
hear after transporting.
I'll clean it up for next time.
So there is a Xani, you're kind of like also like okay, we need to like fix this now because the Vulcan High Command is getting annoyed. There's now a ship en route to escort you out of the system.
I walked directly over to the one computer terminal and I reset the fuel mixture so the ship isn't smoking in space anymore.
You see Xani do this? I'm getting a lot of text messages. We need to leave now.
Dr.
Is
Doug?
everybody here?
I'd like to go over to the door to the transporter room and lock it with my medical thing.
Oh, you lock yourselves in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Puts in a little quarantine, like one of those master locks.
Yep.
Larkin just turns around and looks at Doug and goes, I could just site-to-site transport us to the quarantine section of, like, it's
Dr.
like
Doug, you can actually order him not to.
I don't have to. I
I
can.
mean, the only other quarantine place we have is the shuttle.
Lieutenant
There's already
Commander
2
to
people
Sarah,
in
get
there.
us out of here.
Okay.
The girl calls like, get us out of here, Sarah.
You
While
got
you
it.
guys have your discussion.
You got it, big guy.
Take us to Beta Z. I don't know, somewhere.
That's a
Get
little
us-
awkward, sir.
Oh, what?
Isn't Beta Z dead? Didn't it
It got-
explode?
Really
No,
involved by the Dominion, not destroyed.
Well, just take us in that general
Okay.
direction, not necessarily to it. We're just trying to get away from here.
Sure, no problem.
And Sarah, fly
hey, yeah-
casual. Like we're not harboring fugitives.
Yazikov puts her. Sorry, you're doing this on a.
Recorder.
Oh, okay. So Yazikov comes over and goes, belay that order. We're not leaving. We can't leave without my contact.
And that's where we're going to fade to our commercial. If I can find our commercial. There it is.
I don't know.
Are we
Commercial!
finished the commercial?
It's like in the Next Generation when they go to commercial and there's that really long camera pullback and the actor just has to stand there with a surprised look on their face for like 30 seconds while it fades to black.
Are we out yet? Are we out yet?
And we're back. Hello, crew.
Tim, you're muted.
I'm muted for you guys, but not for this. Yeah. I forgot to unmute my Zoom, so you couldn't hear me, but everybody else could. So I still sounded right on time, and I was like, watch my mic, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah, we just have your word for that.
I know. And I would say watch the stream, but you're not
So what
going
now?
to do that. So we're back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to part 2 of Star Trek Lost Voyages. I am the GM, Tim, and we are escaping Vulcan?
Sort of?
Casually, nondescriptly sauntering away.
Yeah. As the normal Star Trek thing, we will replay the immediate 5 seconds before.
Yeah, so we'll do the last
We're
5
leaving because we
seconds
feel like it, not because you told us to.
Yeah, Yazikov.
Commander Gurkhan said leave, and Yazikov belayed the order.
We cannot leave without my contact. Dr. Doug, if you're concerned about the nitrogen, I have, and I pull out these like leaves from one of the bags that I have on me. This is how the how do I do this with a Russian accent? Ragatan crew. The other crew. Created the nitrogen blockers. I'm sure that you will be able to do the same and distribute to the crew, allowing us to leave this room.
Gurkhan, this is Xani. Put me on the pad.
I hear his voice and I'm like, oh my god.
I pinch zoom him.
For a brief
bigger.
moment, her accent just disappears. Oh, for God's sakes.
Lyle.
Oh.
Captain,
Nice to see you.
where are you? What has happened?
What
are you wearing?
My face is displayed on one of those like iPad things that they have.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having Gurkhan hold it up.
Meanwhile, Sofek's just standing in the background looking at the wall panels that are all over every Starfleet vessel going like...
I am stuck in a shuttlecraft because I got infected after being... Anyways, it's a long story. We'll do it over vodka later. What happened with the Renegathan? But you have... Anyways, I can't say that either. It's a thing. You have a way to stop the virus?
Yes, the crew was able to create nitrogen blockers using a local fauna. I was able to get some samples before leaving.
Now, you believe the order for us to leave. We've been ordered to leave. Why do we need this source of yours? Is he the way we can spread, like, stop the virus? And if yes, then...
She has some critical information to the creation of the virus, as well as how to stop it.
Dr. Doug, is there any way that you can synthesize what Jessica is giving you so that Luther and I can get out of this stupid shuttle?
Yeah, probably. It's going to take a little bit, though.
After a quick check, yeah, it shouldn't be... So, to synthesize a blocker should not be actually that difficult. But it's I want to be perfectly clear, it's not a cure. And the main reason this virogen is so deadly, is so dangerous, is that it's killing flora, right? Like it's destroying the chlorophyll process in a plant, so it can't turn sunlight into energy.
Do we have any plant-based species on our ship?
We're gonna say no, because that would be truly evil of me, and I don't know if the plant-based species has ever existed. You know what? I'm putting that down in my notes.
I think there's one that does have a chlorophyll.
Give me a second. My speaker's turned on.
I'm pretty sure there is one that's come across as chloroplast, but I don't know.
I love the idea.
Anyways.
Okay. Dr. Doug, yes, you'll be able to do it, but not from here. You'll have to do it in medbay.
Great. Can we evacuate medbay and beam me in?
Yeah, you also can confirm that Yazikov is, now that you're on the ship, Yazikov is showing as a carrier, but not as a spreader. And you are not a carrier.
Oh, I'm not yet.
No.
Hmm.
And we have been in close contact for enough
Minutes.
time.
Oh, I know. I have some of your blood right here.
Oh,
It's
geez.
never not going to be creepy.
I hardly noticed. How did you...
Yeah, my.
Good.
I'm worried.
I'll let us out if the captain orders me.
Turn to the iPad.
I ordered evacuate medbay. Larkin can beam you directly there and under quarantine, so you can synthesize. The rest of y'all can stay there while we figure out a way to trip back into Vulcan space and get your contact. So, Dr. Doug, while you go off and do that, everybody else, this is our new meeting room. Here.
If you say new normal, I'm logging off.
I'm not doing that.
See,
I'm
new
just
normal.
gonna-
Tim's logging off.
Yeah.
Fuck that noise. This is our new, I was going to try to say conference room, but I can't speak. I was on a plane a long time today. This is our
What
new
we
conference
really
room.
need is a circuit
Brag.
breaker.
A what now?
A circuit breaker. Do you remember the circuit breakers? That's the what the BC province called.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Sorry, I'll see myself out.
again, Yazikov, I really want to reiterate, Yazikov is safe, and so are all of you. You cannot spread the virus. And if you can figure out a way to replicate that, then this whole ship, or anyone you give that replicated stuff to, can go down to a planet that's infected, not get infected, and come back up.
The question
Then
is,
since
will
Dr.
the
Doug
virus?
is going to be working with the virus, I still want him to quarantine in sickbay.
Fair enough.
But the rest of y'all can go to conference room 2. I'll meet you there in digital, and we can figure out a way to get Yazikov's contact, since that's very important.
For ease of
Time.
yeah, I'm gonna let Yazikov have an extra dose.
Ooh, well, Luther can stay on in the little room.
So Xani can actually be there in person, or we'll say that Dr. Doug has manufactured one. Yeah, because we're
We
getting
just
a
do
little hung
that
up on this
typical side
Time swipe.
Star Trek side swipe.
part.
Now we're all in the conference room 2. Great. We got to get Yazikov's contact. So, Yazikov, would you like to brief us on this person before we warp back into Vulcan space and piss everybody off when I lose my command again?
Nah. Just go get her. I don't, for security reasons, I don't have a lot of information about her. She is Captain. Her name is Captain. Captain.
Captain?
Captain.
I might remember that.
It's been a long time. I have been dodging danger. My memory is not the best. Captain Mattel. And she has vital information about the origins of the nitrogen. And nitrogen. Nitrogen is something else.
Great
nitrogen.
previous game.
Keeps it regular.
Critical information about the nitrogen and its origins within Starfleet. Possible origins within Starfleet. She is in danger in Vulcan, and we need to extract her immediately.
Do you have her last known coordinates or a safe house on Vulcan? Do you have a way of contacting this person?
So Tim's
Yes.
Tim's gonna be this is where Tim GM is putting on that hat. All Xani, Sofek, Gurkhan, and even Dr. Doug spoke with Captain Mattel at the very beginning of this episode.
This episode?
Yeah, she's the one that
was-
wouldn't let you into Vulcan space.
The angry Vulcan is the contact?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that was just like an administrator person.
It
Yeah,
is.
Didn't.
We never got a name.
I'm gonna pull up the record of our conversation pull up the image of the person's face as they're yelling at the captain, and I'm gonna go, Commander Yazikov, is this the person?
Yes, this is it.
Oh,
Point of order.
we shouldn't have
Vulcans
annoyed
don't
her
know.
then.
What did you do?
Nothing. Beagle did it.
We were, Commander. We were
Through the
us.
bulkhead.
Beagle, stop. Take
Sorry.
the glass
I'm
down
sorry, I
from the
can't
door.
help
And
Why is he
go
listening
back
to
your
us?
station.
It's all
He had one of those. He literally had like one of those Scotch
He rep-
glasses to the
yeah,
door.
he replicated a glass.
So I can listen in.
Beagle is the most effective, inept NPC I
Yeah.
think I've ever been.
I told you if you keep listening in on our conversations, you're going to have non-stop holodeck cleaning duty. Now get
I
back to your
missed you.
station.
Oh,
You know
God.
what?
Holodeck cleaning.
Gross.
Beagle, you can order.
Uh,
You need to go do Kirihi. That's a 3-mile run up a mountain, a 3-mile run down.
Good lord.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah.
Okay,
You have an hour.
we're running out
Does,
of time.
does David Schwimmer have to be
All
there?
right. Here we go.
go.
All right.
Pivot.
So you guys, you have already spoken to Captain Mitchell.
she is the one who ordered us to leave Vulcan space.
Well, that's
Huh.
a bummer.
She, well, with the origins of the Waututh being unknown, she does not know who to trust when it comes to Starfleet. She does not know you, like I do.
So can we create a secure channel directly to that contact that we had before? Yazikov, they may make her trust us if we show her that you're with us.
Should
Yes.
be easy enough,
She trusts
Captain. We
you.
can use the back door that we left in that warehouse. We can reroute the communication through the Vulcan computer system's own communication device, so it will not show it's coming from a Starfleet vessel.
Clever.
Wonderful. Gurkhan, any concerns?
We maybe not show Commander Yazikov and just say that we have a mutual friend at first. Who knows? Maybe she is a double agent, this captain.
Keep her in the back pocket. Like it.
Yeah,
Doug,
you need
are
that dramatic reveal where she just comes off from the side of the screen.
You know how I like to be dramatic, Doug. So
Mhm.
thanks, buddy. Are you able to inoculate the rest of the crew, or have you already done that?
No,
Yeah,
but
so-
you could get
The
some
blocker.
people. Starting to.
Can you start at least with the bridge crew engineering, and then work your way through the rest of the ship for us?
Luther's by himself on the shuttle still.
Just gas it through the life support system.
No, it's got to be injected.
Yeah.
It's-
You're no fun.
and Dr. Doug, it is something that's like it's a very old looks like a very old herbal medicine that was probably like never even thought of as a possible solution. It was one of those like
Homeopathy.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it worked.
Heavy amounts of THC and CBD.
Celery salt.
Seasoning?
Okay, so what's the plan?
We're gonna message the
We're gonna-
lady.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
do
gonna
it.
do it encoded.
Yeah, I guess I'll inoculate my medical staff first, and then go for the bridge, and then use them to maybe turn into like a start turning it out.
Okay. So it'll take a while before you can like properly dose the crew. But the bridge crew you can get done in the speed of plot, so that's not a problem. And your medical staff. Okay. So let's
Also get Luther out of the shuttle.
let's get Luther out of the shuttle. Poor
He needs
Luther.
a sonic shower. It's
He's
been
happy in
days.
there. He's taking a nap. Icing his
He's gonna be-
face from the beating.
He'll be the last one I inoculate.
I mean, he's pretty low on the rung of officers.
Just needs some-
He's backup bridge crew, right?
Back up.
Backup. He's backup big red button pusher.
Yeah.
So that other ship
Anyway.
is getting closer.
Vulcan ship.
Oh,
check
yeah.
us out. Cool. Let's set up that channel. Go.
So
Up
what are
and
you
at 'em.
doing then?
We need a secure channel to Captain Patel.
Like,
Great.
do I have a way to reach her? Can I just punch in privacy codes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You know her extension code?
I do, yeah.
5309.
But you're trying to make it like so that you're not like it's not public. You're not putting that on the main viewer, are you? You're doing like a
No, it's in the ready
kind of
room
on a
store.
pad and then swiping up type thing, right?
We're basically
Yeah.
in the.
So can I get
Yeah,
I'm gonna make you do a presence and security because you're kind of doing it like subterfuge, like you don't want anyone around you to see.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's enough.
Okay.
Just need you to succeed. That's all. So you succeed, and it comes through.
Okay.
Commander Yazikov.
Midil. I was able to leave the planet. We are waiting
How
to
fortunate.
be able to extract you as well.
How fortunate indeed. And where are you exactly? How did you leave the planet?
I'm aboard. I'm aboard the USS Haida with my crew.
Fantastic. I will see you shortly.
Yes.
Beagle taps you, hails you, Captain. Captain,
Dan here.
here's Captain Mattel hailing us from the Vulcan ship.
Oh, how convenient. I'll come to the bridge. All right, everybody, let's go to the bridge. On screen.
Commander, maybe you recommend that Yazikov stay off the bridge for any of her crew to not see? She is the most wanted woman in the galaxy currently.
I trust our crew, and we're communicating directly with our captain of the other ship, who apparently is fine. So, Yazikov, just stay in the background.
Yes, sir.
But she can still come to the bridge.
Aye,
I trust our bridge crew. There shouldn't be anybody between there and the conference room that's going to set up a red flag.
So when you get to the bridge, she kind of like lets you get to the center of the room. I thought I asked you to leave, Captain Xani.
As you know, we were on our way out. We just discovered
Technical
some issues with
difficulties, if I recall.
Yes.
Correct?
That is correct.
Unfortunate. It's so
inconvenient.
Isn't it though?
It very much is.
Satisfactory that you got them fixed.
Yes, we were just about to leave when you hailed us, but we appreciate the assist. Are you? You're more than welcome to escort us out of Vulcan space.
I will, and in fact, I'm going to insist that I escort you myself. I will captain your ship out of Vulcan space, and then I will let you be on your way.
Understood. You can beam directly to the bridge.
Excellent. Thank you.
See you momentarily.
She beams over. And without even saying hello, gives Sarah a set of coordinates that leads you guys kind of like around a couple of the moons and then out. And says, proceed.
Oh, and then she like looks back
I
to.
give Sarah the nod.
Oh, okay, sure.
I look
Here we
back
go.
at Beagle and I say, next, I told you to beam everybody in the bridge to my right, not the left. It's weird.
I'm trying to play a Vulcan. Would you knock it off?
Hold on, lady. Here we go.
Okay, so she gives like an eyebrow quirk. That's fantastic. She gives an eyebrow quirk and then looks at you and says, and the virogen is solved then?
Dr. Doug, if your medical team is fully functional, could you come to the bridge?
I'm away.
Well, I introduce Doug.
Okay.
And I say, answer the lady's question.
Yeah, we got
Jesus.
not a cure, but like a blocker. Want one?
Figure it out.
Comes with a free lollipop.
I don't plan on going to any of the planets. Do I need one?
Doesn't hurt.
Very well then. Are you just going to inject her? Are you going to scan? Like, what? How are you doing this? Like, how is the process? What is your process?
I mean, at this point, I would assume we probably tested it on a bunch of different species, and are just lining them up and just like, oh, we definitely know it works on humans, so we're probably just giving it to humans without any scans. I would assume, like, wait, are there non-blood-based species in Star Trek?
I'm sure there are, but not in the bridge.
Right. We'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
But I'll probably scan her first because she's weird and suspicious.
Why?
And Vulcan.
And Vulcan. Yeah. All right. Okay. Give me a scan.
Is that insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
And medicine.
Yeah. There you go.
Ooh.
Okay. I mean, so your reading's kind of like, you're like, you have this already, but clearly, like, that can't be right.
What
But
can't be
it's
right?
like you're scanning her as you're kind of injecting, right? And for a brief second, your tricorder kind of gets like a reading of she already has the blocker before you inject her. But I mean, you got the 0. It's like that can't. Stupid tricorder's been acting up all day.
Just tap it against the console a couple times.
Yeah.
That's why I keep saying we shouldn't have the pouch on the hip. You never realize how many times you impact on doorways with your hip until you have something hanging there.
Yes,
Where do you
but
want? Where do
would
you want to hang it?
Bandolier?
On your neck, facing on the
That's a
front.
choking hazard.
What about
I
the top of the shoulder?
there's the Earth device called a pocket protector that would help suit the new location for the tricorder. I have issued a report to you numerous times, Captain, on the ergonomics and
And I
benefits of it.
responded with nerd alert.
Yes,
I heard it in the 23rd century. They just kept it around their neck.
That's what I said.
And that strap was made out
Beagle
of
gets
leather.
really excited, runs like over to like a cupboard, like one of those. There's got to be like security cabinets and stuff on the bridge, and just pulls one open and puts on a fanny pack. Like, I got the solution right here.
Oh, but that's still in your hip, buddy.
Damn it!
It's also like right up
Neon
anyways.
pink too.
What about the
I
crotch?
like
Everybody
Right
protects
above
their
the
crotch.
I like the pink. It's a bold choice. The leather strap used to choke so many red shirts.
Captain Mattel drops and starts having seizures.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
It's a normal reaction to our crew.
Yeah, was it our comedy?
Dr. Doug.
Too funny.
Yep, scanning.
Dr. Doug, it's going to be an insight in medicine again. Dr. Doug, she's having an adverse reaction to the Virogen blocker that you put in.
Okay. I assume since I built it, I would know how to nullify it.
Yeah, it's something you have to do from it's almost like an allergic reaction, not an adverse reaction. That's a better. Sorry, I used the wrong word.
Right.
She's having an allergic reaction to the Virogen blocker, you have the solution down in medbay. Like you can.
Great. Let's do one of those emergency medical transports. Those are always fun.
Great.
Yazikov takes a deep breath.
Yazikov, are you going with?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
have to walk though.
So who's doing the transports? Yazikov, are you?
I'll get Beagle to do it. Beagle.
Yeah.
Transport.
Suddenly,
Really?
suddenly-
Transport.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention to what's happening on the bridge.
Special transport to the med bay, man.
Yeah, everybody just like, really, Beagle? Like, you spent 5 minutes talking about fanny packs and
Yeah.
possible
Rooting around in your
conversations.
fanny pack. and you
He's too
drown.
busy trying to get it off now. Can't work the clasp.
All right.
It's stuck to his comm badge somehow.
So, okay. So he like runs over and just kind of like hits a few buttons on the panel, and you guys shimmer out. And when you shimmer back in, Dr. Doug, you are in medical bay alone.
I don't like that. Captain,
Xani here.
she didn't come with me. She's still up on the bridge.
I look down.
No, Yazikov
no?
Yazikov and Captain beamed out with Dr. Doug.
Is Yazikov with me?
Mm-mm.
No. I'll just run around sickbay to make sure she didn't like pop up underneath a bed somewhere.
Yeah, no, she did not. She did not pop up underneath a bed somewhere for sure.
It was
Yeah.
Beagle who transported us.
Yeah. No.
Fair.
I'm gonna order Larkin's on the bridge, and he's transport
Okay.
expert. Larkin, track that transporter. Where do those two signals go? And I guess I'll take a roll for that.
Yeah, Larkin, you can make a control in engineering.
Perfect. Find out where they went. He does not know where they went.
Yeah, so it's been rerouted. Somewhere else on the ship, but you can't find it. Somebody rerouted the beam.
Sofik, use internal sensors to find their life signs on the Haida.
Did Yazikov have her comm badge back on her?
No, not yet. You guys have just gone from one place to another. Like, it's been very kind of like boom, 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 boom.
Now, of course she lost her comm badge some way. Yeah, so I guess I'll just use the ship's internal sensors to search for her, because it would have her bio sign.
It would,
on
but
record.
internal sensors on a starship are built to like not really do exactly that, because the Federation's not big on spying on its own citizens. So it is actually that's why they always like can't search without the comm badge thing. That's why they do it that way. That's the excuse. I was like, that's a good excuse. I like that. Anyways, so so it's going to be a check.
Okay. In that case, my check is going to be, I am going to have the computer search all biosigns on the vessel and then remove the ones that have a comm badge.
Okay, so there's 100. How many staff crew do we have?
Didn't you just scan for Vulcans?
I mean, there's probably quite a few Vulcans on the crew. There's
Remove
one on the
ones
bridge
that
right
have
now.
comm badges.
Everybody would have a comm badge at least.
This is in the 23rd century. There isn't just one token Vulcan on this ship. Half Vulcan.
That's
On top-
awesome.
While this is going on, I go, Captain, may I recommend putting the shields up so no more transporters can go in or out of the ship?
Absolutely.
Shields up.
Also, I think there's 138.
There we
on
go.
this- on
Okay.
this ship.
All right, so Sofek, it's going to take a while. This is going to be an extended task.
Captain, I keep requesting more computing power for our vessel. This is
Yes,
these
we
search
got you,
functions are
RAM
ridiculous.
from some other system.
Okay,
for now.
so
Just
Sofek,
not
let's
working.
get the first one.
The ship's
So
so
we're
old,
going to
it's-
do presence and science. The ship can assist this one time or the next time or the next time. So you're going to have 3, but the ship can only be assist once. So you need to decide when you want it to assist.
Sensor security or sensors and science for the ship?
Sensor security.
While
Right.
while he's doing this, I'm gonna order Beagle to take 3 security teams, start sweeping the ship.
Okay, Beagle starts doing that.
Thank you.
How much momentum do we have in the pool right now?
There is 2.
Okay, I'm going to take 1.
Okay.
Did you want the ship to support?
Yes.
So the only 10 is supports. Okay.
Fine. I'm going to use my.
Before you do that, so I am going to say that is enough to get you past the first task.
Okay, but I'm guessing more successes. Actually, if this is the only time the ship's supporting, this is the only time I can actually use this ability.
So you want momentum.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm using my technical expertise.
Okay.
Yes, that lets me re-roll a single d20 when using sensors.
That is 3. Okay. So I'll give you 1 momentum. Would you like to gather information, or would you like to carry on with the extended task?
Well, I mean, guessing carry on unless the ship's detected life signs without comm badges yet.
It's starting to, but an extended task means that you're gonna have to do things multiple times over in order for it to like give you the answer you're looking for. So you're not gonna find the solution yet.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep doing the task.
Okay. So while that's happening, Dr. Doug, Gurkhan, you're helping Sofek, I take it? Or are you just being the ship, or what do you want to do?
Well, right now I'm just taking over whatever the captain told me to do. So he asked me to, I put the shields up.
Okay.
So I did that, and then I'm going to try to use my expertise in engineering to try to figure out how somebody rerouted my goddamn transporters.
Fair enough. So you're at the engineering console on the bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So give me an engineering, and this would be a insight and engineering. Commander Yazikov, the rest of the 4 of you, I need you to put your player hats on, and you are going to hear stuff that is not knowledgeable to your characters, please. Don't do that, because I need to be able to hear her. Okay, Yazikov, you end up in a shuttle. You end up in a shuttle with Captain Mattel. This is not sickbay. Mattel kind of comes out of her weird little coma thing.
Is it one of our ships? Shuttles?
It's one of your shuttles, yeah.
No, it looks like this is one of our shuttles.
You brought her here.
I brought her here.
Yeah.
Okay. Duh, yes.
Yeah.
We are in one of the ship's shuttles. You seem to have recovered.
Yeah, you'd injected her with it. It was a Yazikov. It was a fake. It was like one of those kind of like, yeah. Basically, when Ross came up, you did a switcheroo to make it look like she was having an allergic reaction. She already had the Virogen in her.
Right.
Yeah.
So I explained that to her. Like, you suffered a mild attack. I had to distract the crew from
Interesting.
getting you off of the bridge.
It's essential that I get out. Wouldn't you agree, Commander Yazikov?
Of course.
Interesting.
But whatever we have to do to get this done, I will do it.
I agree. I suppose the next thing is to get the ship out. Shall we disengage their weapons so they can't shoot at us as we take off?
Yes, I've already put a backdoor into the weapon systems.
Excellent.
As long as Sofek hasn't noticed. He generally leaves the weapon systems alone.
Yeah. Watch, I switch back cameras. The first thing I'm going to check, Tim, is the weapon systems.
Yeah. Nope.
There's something interesting with the weapon.
It takes 3 hours for me to make sure Beagle didn't mess with my sensor setup.
Beagle's hovering over the big red button. Okay, so you're getting your ship. Can you give me a... let's go control and engineering to get... No, control and con, please, to get the shuttle ready for a quick launch.
Okay.
And while you do that, I'm going back to the crew. Okay, so you haven't seen Yazikov. You can't find her. Gurkhan, you were going to start doing an assist.
Well, I was trying to figure out who was messing with my...
Right, okay.
So I do have an ability called I Know My Ship. Any tests
do?
done to the ship by me while I'm on the ship counts as having a free momentum for it.
Nice. Okay, so you're going to use that free momentum.
I'm going to use my focus and shipboard diagnostic.
All right.
Like, who is screwing with my toy? 5 successes.
All right, so holy Jesus. So I'm gonna give you I'm giving you 1 momentum.
Mm-hmm. So I know who did it. I know it's Yazikov who did it.
It is. So Yazikov directed the beam. Using very high level codes.
Okay. Commander.
So before you say anything to your crew, that's the answer to the single roll you made. You have a momentum. Would you like to gather information?
Yeah. Would I be able to use that information to see whereabouts on the ship they ended up? I know I won't be able to know exactly where, but would I be able to like get a general area? Like, would it be forward, aft?
Aft. I'll let you say aft. Yeah.
Okay. That's all I needed.
Okay.
Then can I reveal this to the crew?
Yeah.
Mr. Sofek, please focus your search to the the aft of the vessel. Captain, it appears that the redirection of the transporter beam was done by Varia herself.
But again, I want to reiterate, she's using like upper level command codes, like command codes that not even Captain Xani probably has.
Yeah.
So, but you can share that if you want, Gurkhan. But
the command code she was using is well above her station, as well as yours.
Oh, what? You're telling me that Yazikov is using command codes like Admiral level on our ship?
I do not have the clearance myself to even see what level these command codes are, Captain.
But also, why would she redirect somebody who's having a medical emergency?
No.
Sofek, let's get another roll, please. I'm assuming you guys have looped Dr. Doug into this. You did say you communicated with the bridge right away, right? So.
Yep.
Dr. Doug, you'd be hearing all of this on the speaker if you want to share anything or have an idea.
I probably ran back down to Med Bay, probably.
You're in Med Bay. You beamed there.
You're the only one that transported there.
Yeah. Okay. No, I mean, we just have to find her, the Mattel.
Okay. Sofek, you've got another success. You're going to need 1 more. Yazikov, let's get that. How'd that con roll go?
1 success.
1 success.
I actually have 1 question.
Okay.
So, as a doctor, would I know how long somebody with an allergic reaction like that could live before they would just die of asphyxiation or something?
If it was like an anaphylactic shock, not long at all.
Okay.
That said, no, there's no that said. I was going to say this because in my head I was going to say like there shouldn't be an allergic reaction, but you've never tested, like you just kind of like this was a fast push. So Dr. Doug, you actually could be very stressed about the fact that you've injected another Starfleet captain with a thing that.
I mean, I also injected Sofek and he's fine.
True. Yeah. But it could be like an allergic reaction, not a racial reaction, right?
That's true, yeah. I'll just let the captain know that if she truly was having in anaphylactic shock, she would be dead by now.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't add up that Mario would kill this person that we spent so much effort to get off of the planet. Something else is going on, and I don't know what. I'm going to open a ship-wide channel.
Okay.
Xani Yazikov, where are you? What are you doing?
Just literally everybody in the ship. Just
everybody in the ship gets in.
Yeah.
The captain forgot how to use the intercoms again?
You don't
Mike.
have a comm badge. I don't know where
Yeah.
you are. So how else am I supposed to get your attention? Call me.
We don't have enough. We don't have much time.
Okay, Yazikov, I need one more roll, please, from you. Sofek, I need one more roll from you.
1 success.
Okay, Sofek.
4 successes.
As an alarm starts going off on the bridge, Sofek, you detect Yazikov in shuttle bay number 3. In the shuttle.
I've located the commander captain. She is in one of the shuttles in shuttle bay 3.
You have a momentum if you want to spend it on information.
Is there a Vulcan life sign in the shuttle as well?
There is, and a stable and healthy one.
I am also detecting a healthy Vulcan life sign with her in the shuttle as well.
Luther in there too? Is he taking a nap?
Different
Hey,
shuttle.
buddy.
Different Luther.
Different Luther. What? We have another Luther on board? Oh, no.
The shuttle is named Luther. No. No, we're not doing that.
I turn off the ship wide, lock that shuttle bay down, and put me a line through to that shuttle.
Xani, you were left on read when you did a ship wide.
No, I figured that. That's
Yeah.
why I'm now locking down the shuttle and give me a signal directly to that shuttlecraft.
Yeah, as you lock down, Tim is spending threat, and the admiral overrides, or you are overridden with admiralty level codes.
Gurkhan?
I'm only a commander.
I'm telling you to break it.
I will attempt to.
Lock that door.
I will attempt to. I will physically block it with another shuttle if I have to.
Hit it with a batleth.
I am going to actually overload the EPS power conduits in Shuttle Bay 2.
3.
Shuttle Bay 3. Yeah, I'm going to overload all of
Overload the
all of
entirely
them.
wrong shuttle bay.
Yeah,
all of
let
them.
Luther
Just
go.
all of them.
Just space
No,
Luther by
not
mistake.
2. My car is in 2.
Yeah,
Leave
your
me
car is in
alone.
2. That's why I said 3. I remembered.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to attempt to just basically just flood as much power as I can into that section and pop all the breakers.
Okay.
What do I roll?
Daring and engineering.
Perfect.
Damn it.
I'm going to use a determination.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use the determination today as a good day. Because I might just blow our ship up, but whatever. And then
Oh,
our generation
I
technology.
don't respond to like one message. They're like, blow her out of the sky.
I know, right?
I'm just shutting it down. Well,
Honestly, this is
trying to
very far
shut
cry
it.
from Gurkhan saying, "Oh, I must keep all my ships
I've been
intact."
armed
I don't have that
with
ability anymore.
torpedoes.
but my mentality right now is I'm under the
15
assumption
years
that
of
yes,
friendship.
This
I'm under the-
escalated really quickly.
Killer.
you guys are looking at it the wrong way. I'm looking at it as if Yazikov's been kidnapped, and I'm trying to prevent her from being kidnapped even harder.
Okay. I
Like she
dig
was
that.
like that lady was using Yazikov in some way, and she's being kidnapped.
Yeah, I like that.
Use a determination.
my
Do we have any
message-
momentum?
There are 3 momentum in the pool.
I will use 1.
Okay.
And then
My
I have the
message-
focus and power generation, so that'll pop the EPS.
Sure, let's do it.
While he does that, my message to
2, 4,
Varia
6,
was,
7.
Jesus.
What was the message to Varia?
Varia, this is Annie. What's going on? How can we help you? That's simple.
I just want to have like the sparks showering down from the
Left on
roof
red.
of the bay.
2 check marks.
Somebody turn off read receipts.
So awkward.
Okay. So, as the shuttle bay starts to just fizzle, pop, splash, pop, bang,
Showers of sparks from the roof.
the shuttle just barely like skims under the doors as the doors are kind of like doing that like emergency close. Sparks fly from the shuttle, and then the Vulcan ship hails you, and has its weapons set, because the explosion looks like it's like an overload of your weapon system, and they're getting super concerned. So they snag you in a tractor beam.
I saw the shuttle.
What's that?
Did we have our shields up?
We do have our shields
Oh
up.
yeah, you do. They're gonna try and snag you in a tractor beam. Then wouldn't work, but they'll still try.
Vulcan ship, stand down. This is not what you think it is.
Please explain.
In a minute. Put them on hold. Where's that shuttle going?
Yazikov, please give me a piloting check. I'm thinking daring and con or controlling con.
Okay.
And you have an automatic 2 successes because Tim is spending threat.
Nice. Okay.
And there is 2 momentum in the pool.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna use 2 momentum to reroll that dice. That failure.
She's using threat and our momentum. That's cheating.
Second. So 2
Is it-
successes.
Should there be more
4.
than 2
4
momentum?
successes.
I think there's 3
Because I
now.
rolled a 7.
Oh yeah, sorry.
the
there's
people's
2.
momentum.
There's still 2 more. Sorry, my bad. You rolled a 7. Thank you. Okay. It's the people's momentum. Jesus. Okay. Yazikov, you're able to kind of like, and you kind of do one of those cool like swivels around the like just around the nacelles because it looks like a figure 8 just to throw like an extra FU to Sarah, and then kind of like
Wow.
in and
My own
around
character.
one of the
Rude.
moons. And the sensors lose you momentum to the people. I love that that's the one chat that we've had all
Yeah.
night is momentum to the people. Your shuttle kind of like dips around behind dips around behind the moon, and the sensors are going to lose her in the explosion that Gurkhan just caused, and all the interference that's caused from it. That said, Gurkhan and Sofek, between all the checks that you've been doing and the investigation into the codes that were used, you do find the name of a planet listed. And as this is all happening, your sort of long range, like your passive sensors, detect the USS Reneganthan making a run out of the system.
Captain, we've received the name of the planet through all of these strange Admiralty level codes.
Yeah, like you're
That can
basically
Yazikov.
like finding a location. It's like you.
Planet's name's been repeating multiple times in these codes.
Yeah.
What planet?
What's the name of the planet, Tim?
Tim hadn't named it yet. It's just the planet for now.
The planet. Great.
We have a
Get that question. Fine.
DB30059-1.
Yeah, perfect. PB30-9-1. Perfect. Yeah.
Yet to be named.
Yeah.
Great. Give Vari a 5-minute head start and crack
No,
that
actually,
at
so
warp 9.
I have a reason for
I
this.
need to tell the Vulcans that
it's-
we're
It doesn't have a name because it's not on a sector map.
so it's unknown.
It's not listed, but it's
Right.
within Federation space, which is even worse.
So what I was gonna say in that case, give Vari a 5-minute head start. I need to talk to the Vulcans for a quick second before we crack out of here at warp 9. Sarah, get ready to go. I turn on the screen and give them a quick bullshit thing.
And then just
Like,
leave? Like you just
so sorry, we're on our way out. We've been having trouble with our warp core, overloaded some EPS conduits. We're gonna go. Have a great bonfire. What? Cut out.
Okay. And with that, your ship chases out after the Reneganthan then?
we're going maximum warp to that planet.
It's heading in the same direction.
Then we're following them.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna outrun all of them.
I don't know if we're faster, but we're
You are
Oh,
faster.
yes.
Yeah, you got
and we're gonna
faster.
get there
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
As we turn to leave, like the back half quarter is just like flickering lights.
As we go past the Reneganthan, I want to hear basically this little message that says, "Hey, I hear the Reneganthan is challenging us to race. Everybody buckle up. Here we go."
This is being live streamed to the entire Federation because we haven't turned off our live streaming
just
device
just
yet.
send a quick text message on your left.
On your left.
Oh.
Nice.
Is it too rude to like moon them as we pass them?
What is this shit mooning? You're all standing there at the view screen? Like,
As we're going,
No.
you all
cool.
just press up.
Here,
You all
I got a
press up
question.
against
Couple
side.
press hands.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Let's fill up our cargo bay with nothing but ham and ham hocks, and then we'll just jettison it into space and hit him with that pressed ham on the way by.
Love it.
Oh
I'm
my
down.
god.
Gurkhan's got to replace about 1,000 EPS.
I wanna
conduits, so he's not
transfer.
there.
I think
But
you just got one. You just either got kidnapped and or left on your own volition. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
With that, that is where we come to an end of the session. So Yazikov has taken off with Captain Mattel, and it looks like Yazikov is either working with or kidnapped by the Essentialists. And you guys are off to the unnamed planet chasing after the Reneganthan, but you'll beat them there. And our season and sort of like storyline finale will be June 12th. So we'll be back in 3 weeks. 3 weeks, June 12th. And we'll see you all then. And that'll be the last show of the season. We'll be back in September after that.
This is where in the teaser it cuts to every one of our faces and it says one of them will die.
One of them will not survive, but you all will.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay.
Somebody might not.
Okay, folks. So we'll be back in 3 weeks. Please join us for the finale. I will actually be running like 11 people on screen, so there'll be 2 full crews. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do it. It's going to be insane. I love to see you there. Live long and prosper, everybody. You can see me on the GM Tim everywhere online. And ciao, peoples.
Au revoir.
Bye bye.
A blah.